Hi, my name's Gloria Fogarty. I'm one of the children from the stolen generation. This property that I'm now sitting on belonged to my grandparents, Bridget Little and Arthur Fogarty Sr. I spent many years here with my grandparents as a little girl. I learned to play the spoons here on this property as well. That's why my spoons travel with me quite often. On this property we learned how to deal with school. So being so close to town, we had to walk to school, sometimes in a horse and cart if the horse came back. We had a garden. My grandma provided this whole town with lots and lots of veggies, fruit and flowers. There's a well just on the other side here, and always fresh water there. Some of the memories that I have of the old place is beautiful bonfires, really good family Christmases. There's heaps of people in our family, and I thoroughly enjoyed mixing with all the relations. I've got a lot of sad memories for here too as well. My grandma at one time brought up 24 kids on this property. So you can imagine 6 or 7 bower sheds around here, I guess. Being one of the kids from the stolen generation, I found that I've had to deal with my own feelings as well as others. I write a lot of poetry now, and I also play the spoons. I learned to play here when I was probably 3 years old. So yeah, I'll introduce a little Yamaji song. It's a Bible song, hymn from our early days as children. I'd like to play that for you now. It goes like this. One I'll do, ngayu Jesus, one I'll do, ngayu guru bala guru, one I'll do, ngayu Jesus, one I'll do, ngayu guru bala guru, ngayu, one I'll do. Thank you. It was around 1959. It was a grey day. It was a grey day in particular for me. My brother and my sister, we were taken away from our parents. My dad, as far as I know and can remember, was out harvesting. I can't remember where my mother was. There were 2 elderly folk that came to the door and asked for myself and my brother and sister, and said that we were going for a holiday with Mum and Dad's permission. We never got to see no holiday. We were taken from Perenjori, and we were taken down to Perth to Mount Lawley Receiving Home. In the time that we spent down there, I was from 9 years old to 15 and a half. Several times I ran away to try and find my family. I learned sometime through the time I was there that I was in the receiving home. My brother was at Sister Kate's, and my sister was in hospital. My sister was born with a hole in her heart, and one day it came to my notice that the doctors needed me at the hospital where Denise, my sister, was going to have a heart operation. Through the time that she was going to have this operation, it was to put a valve in her heart, and she needed me as support. She was very tiny, obviously. She didn't know about it, and I didn't know how to support her anyway. It was just a thing that the welfare officers recommended that I be there with her so that nothing bad happens. I spent lots of time away from my family. Continued on with trying to write to my mum that I knew would have probably still been in Perenjori. Many years later I learned that none of my letters ever reached her. They were packed in my bags and sent away with me when I decided that I couldn't handle the homes anymore. I went to Magumba Mission. Somebody recommended me to go to Magumba Mission and perhaps teach me something about the future and where the future may lie for myself. While I was at Magumba Mission, I took a very keen interest in mothercraft, where I learned to do a lot of dealing with babies and medication, etc., watching babies being born at St Anne's Hospital in Perth. I ran away from the home when I was about 15, maybe 15 and a half. I ran away to find my mum. I was returned from Magumba Mission back to the home because I was in too much trouble, and I attempted to run away 3 times from Magumba Mission. When I found my mother, I'd met a friend that told me that my mother had got burned in a house fire, and of course I was really sad, and I needed to see my mum. When I did find my mother in Geraldton, where I ran to, when the welfare caught me, they said they'd give me 2 or 3 days, perhaps a week, to find a job. If I couldn't find a job, I'd have to be taken back to the welfare, in the welfare's care again. I didn't manage to get back into the welfare's care because I'm a worker. I've always known that I would be a worker. I managed to get a job as a kitchen hand, and I succeeded from kitchen hand to where I am today, caterer. I do my own catering. I cater for any functions that are around. One of the ways that I learned to cope with being a child from the stolen generation, I write a lot of poetry. I'd like to read out a little poem that I've written myself, and it's about myself. It goes like this. The name of this poem is called Badimia Girl. I'm a Badimia girl, out on the dirt or the dance floor I can do the twist and twirl. Much courage have I, and I know it. I'm a Badimia girl, and guess what? I show it. I'm no beauty queen, but I've got style. I've missing teeth, but a happy smile. I've travelled all over our land in our car. I bet this Badimia girl won't go too far. Away from home, sad I feel. I pinch myself to make sure I'm real. Back home I return to unwind, and I'm the best Badimia girl you'll ever find. I'd like to finish off my short documentary with a poem that was written to me by a lady who was sick at the time with cancer. And the poem reads, Gloria. Gloria, Gloria, what of your life? Seems it's been filled with trouble and strife. But through it all a light shines through, and there's definitely something special in you. A talented lady there is no doubt. It takes but a day for us to find out that you paint with artistic talent and flair, a gift that's definitely precious and rare. A gift with words you've also got going. Wonderful array of impressions you're showing. But you build a word picture that's very clear, brings your meaning ever near. Your interest in kids, your own and others, must bring inspiration to other mothers, arranging their discos, encouraging sport. This is a gift that can never be taught. Much knowledge you've got in that head of yours, of Aboriginal facts, legends and laws. Record them, Gloria, folks need to know and understand what's at the core of this ancient land. Close to nature, earthy are you, shows in all you say and do. Birds and animals have been your friends. That's an affinity which never ends. Of sadness you know, you've had your share. Life can't have been easy for you to bear. But when you turn on that light with your smile, it's hard to believe you've walked a long, rough mile. Good luck, girl, in years to come. Don't belt life on the head, let it creep on some. For every rough day you struggle through will be a soft night to look forward to. Much love from Bet Mitchell. Very moving poem, and I loved her dearly.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my friend.